Good morning, class. You guys had some homework, as per usual. We're busy with functions. We're wrapping function up. Not so? What did you have for homework? 8.5. Did we start 3 graphs yet? No. Okay, so at 8.5 we had to do the even numbers. 2. Any issues with number 2? Did I cut it already? So since it's cut, I'm going to do it. So this is exercise. Exercise 8.5, page 172. Okay. Hang on. Okay, it's on 178. Page 178. Right, so we are told the sketch shows the graphs of y equal to negative 6 over x. What type of graph is that? Exponential. Parabola. Hyperbola. Straight line. You mentioned all the 4 graphs now. It's the hyperbola graph. You said that, yes. The third guess. Okay. So it's a hyperbola graph with a negative value there. So line quadrant 2 and 4, negative k value. Then we have y is equal to minus x. What type of graph is that?
Straight line.
Okay, as you can see, that's the only option there on the diagram now, since we have chosen the hyperbola. The question says the coordinates, determine the coordinates of A and B. So let's look at A. What is A and what is B? Points of intersection. How do you calculate the points of intersection? So the 2 graphs equal to each other. So it's negative 6 over x equal to negative x over 1. I cross multiply gives you negative x squared is equal to negative 6 divided by negative 1 both sides. The square root thereof plus minus the root of. So which one is which? Is A going to be the negative or the positive root 6? It has to be the negative, because as you can see, it's the negative part of your x-axis. Then of course B would be positive root 6. Now to calculate the corresponding y value, you substitute that into either the straight line or the hyperbola. So that will become positive negative becomes negative and positive root x. Not the root x but the root 6. Sorry, not the root x, the root 6. Okay, so this of course is going to be the positive root 6, and that of course is the negative root 6. Okay. Then the next question in B says determine DE. So we look at DE. D is the distance between 2 graphs, provided the hyperbola is on top of the straight line. So DE is going to be the hyperbola graph, which is negative 6 over x, minus the straight line, which is negative x, which simplifies into negative x, negative 6 over x plus x. I could have said that that is going to be x squared minus 6 over x if you wanted to. Okay. However, we are told that OC, this length there from O to C is 3 units. So what do? I must substitute x value at that point, which is 3. So the length of DE is going to be negative 6 over 3 plus 3, which is negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So the length of DE is 1. Then we are told that in C, determine FG. Again, so FG is that length there on that side of the graph. If OH is 1 unit, so this is from there to there is 1 unit. So what is your x value at this point? What's your x value here at H? Huh? Negative 1. X is equal to? Negative 1. Not so, why? So it's on the negative part of your x-axis. So FG, again, is going to be the hyperbola minus the straight line, which is negative 6 over x plus x. We just down to that now. So we'll substitute x is equal to negative 1. So FG is equal to negative 6 over negative 1 plus minus 1. Which is 6 minus 1, which is 5 units. Okay. In question 4, where is a bit smaller. In number 4, we are told a school opened in 2011 and 100 pupils were enrolled. So they started off with 100 pupils. Okay? The rate of growth has increased by the same percentage each year. The increase in the enrollment is modeled by P, which is equal to P of T, which is equal to 100 times 1.4 raised to the exponent T. So if you're looking at that model there, or that equation, okay, what does that model, what type of graph would we get from that? The unknown is in the exponent, yes. So what type of graph would this model? Exponential graph, okay, where T is the number of years since the school started. Calculate the value of P, which is equal to P of 1, and explain what your answer means. Say A, they want you to work out P, which is equal to P of 1. Okay, that's going to be 100, 1.4 raised to the exponent 1. As you can see, T is 1. That's going to give you 104. So what does that mean? There are 100, yes, here we go. There are 140 learners in here at the end of the beginning of the second year. So this is the beginning of the first year, the beginning of the second year, the beginning of the third year, and so on. Can you see that, people? Make sense? Okay, so that is, therefore there are 140 pupils at the beginning of the second year. B. Calculate the school enrollment 4 years after the school has opened. Okay? Calculate the school enrollment 4 years after the school has opened. That means to say 4 years later. So is this going to be P of P of 4 is equal to 100 into 1.4 raised to the exponent. So it's going to be 100 times 1.4 to the exponent. So it gives us 384.16, which means to say they are approximately 384. We can't get 384.16 learners. Okay? So either you're a learner or you're not a learner. Can't get 0.60. Okay? C. Should the answer to B be read at A, B or C? It has to be read at C. That's all? Because this is the beginning of the 5th year or the end of the 4th year, basically. That's what happens. Okay, you guys understand? I would have gone with a broken line graph. Okay? Why? Because if you look at between here, it means to say there's values here. We'll be drawing a solid graph on this. So, in reality, what happens is between here, at the beginning of the year to the end of the year, there's no growth here anymore. Not so. So your numbers stay standing throughout the year. Not so. So I wouldn't say that you should be drawing a solid line. I would have made it a dotted line. But it's not much of an issue there. But that's the time when we would draw dotted line. Then it says, calculate the approximate average increase per year in enrollment between the 1st and the 4th year. The average enrollment. So when we're working out the average, there is like the same as saying average gradient. So what I do is I find out what P of 4 is minus between the 1st and 4th year. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay. Between the 1st. So now they're taking this to be the 1st, or that to be the. Okay, I think they would take it from there to here. Okay, I might be wrong. You can check the answer now. So it's going to be P4 minus P0 over 4 minus 0, basically. Then was I saying y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Where do I get that? That it was 4 and P of 4. And P of 4 is 384. Okay? And this is going to be 0 and 100. So if I take that into account, it's going to be 384 minus 100 over 4 minus 0. So that's going to give you 384 minus 100 over 4. Give you 71. So this school an average gets 71 new learners per year. Okay? Make sense? 81. Right? So let's look at what happens here at B. So B's the average gradient there. It's going to be P of 4 minus P of 1 over 4 minus 1. So P of 4 is 384 minus P of 1, which is going to be 140 over 4 minus 1. So it's 384 minus 140 over 3. What's the answer? 81. So approximately 81 learners. So 81 from 3 is approximately 81 learners. That's why I said I wasn't sure where they're taking the reading from. Calculate the approximate average increase per year in enrollment between the 1st Okay, they use that as the first year. I use that as the first year. Okay? My English is not that good, so I'm sure that is what they meant. Okay? But I think in the examination we will be more clear exactly which values you must use. Okay? And then E, question E, we are told the school is built to accommodate up to 1,000 pupils. When will the district need to build a new school or provide additional classrooms? An answer correct to the nearest year is adequate. Okay. So in other words, we must calculate the value of N. The N denotes the time of years taken, not so. So, if the school can accommodate 1,000 learners or 1,000 pupils, that means to say that PT is 1,000. Okay. You actually must calculate the number of years which is denoted by T here. Did I say in? Okay, so this is by T. So, P of T is 1,000. So in other words, using that formula, it's going to be 1,000 is equal to 100 into 1.4 raised to exponent. So how are you going to solve for, how are we going to solve for T here? What do we need to do first? Divided by 100 both sides, okay? So we divide by 100 both sides. So that's going to give you 10 is equal to 1.4 to the exponent T. Now what do we do? Who can remember? We just term 1. Sorry? Sorry? Times. We cross multiply. Is that a fraction on either side of the equal sign? No. What are you saying? That's what your sound is saying. Like you're saying. Sorry? Logs. Yes. You guys remember logs? Alright, so what do I do here? Put log on both sides? Yes? Not so? So log 10 is equal to log 1.4 raised to exponent T. Now what? Nice, bring it into the front. Not so? So that's going to be log 10 is equal to T log 1.4 divided by log 1.4 both sides. That cancel. So T is equal to, on our calculator, we put log 10 over log 1.4. 6,83 years. Okay. But do we, as I said, do we measure like this? No. So if it is at 6 years, it will be less than 1,000. At 7 years, it will be more than 1,000. We could actually use your graph to have read that off. Can you see that? So here it is clear. The school can only accommodate 1,000, and there's 1,000. Can you see that? And 1,000 is between 6 and 7, which is confirmed by the calculation. Can you see that? So after how many years will the district need to build a new school? Therefore, after 7 years. Okay. The next one, number 5. So we are told that the sketch shows the graphs of y is equal to 4 over x plus 3. Which type of graph is that? Hyperbolic graph, yes. and the line AB, which is at the axis of symmetry of the hyperbola, and the line y is equal to 2x plus q. So if line AB, which is the axis of symmetry of the hyperbola, and the equation of this line through AB is in the form of y is equal to x plus c. Can you see that? How do I know that? Because of the axis of symmetry. Remember? The axis of symmetry on the hyperbola, there are two. One going like that, y is equal to minus x plus c. Okay, in this case c is 0, and y is equal to x plus c. You guys remember that? Did we do that with you? Did I do that with you? What? How can you not label those in your exam? Okay, this is number 5, no? Okay. First question. Determine the equation of the lines. Okay, so very importantly here, as I know you guys don't see this here on the board, but in your textbook you have a line going through here. Not so? Yes, there's a line going through. Okay. And the equation of the, how do I know there's a line going through here? Because of for y is equal to 4 over x plus, this plus 3 is your horizontal asymptote. This is y is equal to 3 here. Okay. I just needed to add that. Right. So, calculating this axis of symmetry, this line through AB. Can you see the line through AB? It's going through this point here. You see there's a vertical asymptote, which is the y-axis, so the x equal to 0 line, and this line here, which is y is equal to 3. Okay? So the equation of that line is y is equal to x plus c. Why x plus c? Because it's the axis of symmetry with a positive gradient. Can you see that? The axis of symmetry with a positive gradient. And what is your y-intercept here? 3. Okay? So your c is equal to 3. So y is equal to x plus c. Okay? Let's look at B. They want you to calculate the coordinates of A and B. What is A and B to us? A and B is the x-intercept. How do we calculate x-intercept? We let y equal to 0. Sure. X-intercept with y equal to 0. Remember, what is A and B? Points of intersection. Now where do you get x-intercept? Huh? You guys are strange. So points of intersection, should the two graphs equal to each other. What is the equation of this line going through A and B? Y is equal to x plus 3. So it's going to be x plus 3 equals the line going through the hyperbola graph, which is 4 over x plus 3. Not so? We bring 3 over the equal sign, the 3's will cancel. So in other words, x is equal to 4 over x. Okay? X is equal to 4 over x. Okay. So what do I do then? What do I do? Cross multiply. So 4 is equal to x squared. You say, hang on. How do I get x on its own? Square root. If I introduce square root, plus minus. So here is going to be minus 2 and 2. How do we get the corresponding y value? Substitute this either into the straight line or the hyperbola graph. Okay, with the straight line. Okay, with the plus 2 first, so y is equal to 2 plus 3, which is 5. So that is 5 there. And y is equal to minus 2 plus 3. Again in the straight line, y is equal to 1. Okay? Let's look at C. Determine the value of Q in the equation of the line CB. Okay, so if you're looking at this line here, line going through CB, the equation of that line is y is equal to 2x plus q. How many unknowns are there that needs to be solved? It's one, which is q. So how many points do I need on this graph? One. Do I have 1 point on the graph? I don't have the coordinates of C, but I got the coordinates of B. So you're going to substitute B, which is 2 and 5. Remembering that's a x and a 1. So 5 is equal to 2 times 2 plus q. So it's going to be 5 minus 4, which is 1. So y is equal to 2x. Okay. Next question. Calculate the coordinates of Q of C. What is C, people? Point of intersection of the two graphs. How do we calculate points of intersection? So the two graphs equal to each other. The one's equation is going to be the straight line, which is 2x plus 1. The equation of the hyperbola is going to be 4 over x plus, they got 3 over, becomes 2x. 1 minus 3 is minus 2 is equal to 4 over x. So you can create an equation on either side of the equal sign. Cross multiply. X times 2x is going to give you 2x squared. Negative 2 times x, negative 2x equals 4. I bring 4 over, becomes minus 4. Divided by 2, so you've got x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Trinomial. X and x, 2 and 1, minus or plus. So then we have x is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 1. Why are there 2 points? Or 2 x values? There are 2 points of intersection. The 2 is accounted for already. Can you see here? 2 is accounted for already. So which one belongs to C? Negative 1. What do we do with that? Substitute either into the parabola or the hyperbola or the straight line. I'm going with the straight line. So y is equal to 2 times negative 1 plus 1, which is negative 1. So the coordinates of C is going to be negative 1 and negative 1. Right. E. Use a sketch to help you find the solution of the inequality 4 over x is greater than x. Where did we see this? We see there and there. Not so. It's as if we are saying 4 over x plus 3 is greater than x plus 3. How can I say that? Remember, if I add something on the one side of the inequality and I add the same number on the other side, the inequality remains balanced. Not so. So in other words, this is actually the hyperbola graph is greater than your line of symmetry, which is the line through AB. Can you see that, people? So looking from on top, remember, the hyperbola must be bigger than the straight line. So is the hyperbola greater than the straight line here? Yes. So that part I'm interested in. Okay? So in other words, x must be less than negative 2. Can you see that? It's going in this direction. So x must be less than negative 2. Oh. Is the hyperbola greater than the hyperbola greater than the straight line here between A and B? Not between A and B, so between A and 0. Can you see? Between A and 0, the straight lines are on top, the symmetrical lines are on top of the hyperbola. What do you notice between 0 and B? The hyperbola is greater than the straight line. Can you see that? Between 0 and 2. What do you notice on the other side of 2, on the other side of B? Straight lines on top of the hyperbola. Can you see that? So there's a continuous solution from 0 to 2. So x is greater than 0. For this. Okay? That's all I gave you for homework. Okay, and I gave you homework for Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. So just remind me in term 4 we're going to do 3 graphs. Okay. I'm going to give 3 graphs a break for now. We're going to do that in term 4. Okay. We first sort this with these graphs out. What's your next heading? What's the next topic? Did I give you a next topic yet? Functions, finance, financial math. Yeah, just list this quickly so the next time I ask you the end of the financial maths topic. Your next, no, we did fine.
On videos.
Yeah, good. Your next heading is probability. Let's do a little probability. Is that the one we do in this now?
Yeah.
So we'll keep on doing probability when the next result. However, if it comes to the exam, then I'll be testing you on what was covered thus far. So your next heading is number patterns. Number patterns.